All right, everybody, welcome to the Tired Iron Vintage Rider Weekend. Saturday, the featured sled is Skidoo. Get on your Skidoos and get yourself to the show. We'll see you there. Alright, we made it. Here's the Tired Iron Vintage Rider show. Alright, here we are inside. It's a nice day outside, so nobody's inside, but there's plenty of seating. It's nice and warm. They did great here. Nice hot food, which we will buy shortly. Alright, and selling tickets. They're doing the hard work. I'm doing the unofficial video of registering all the sleds. Here are all the prizes waiting to go out. So here we are. Miss Wisconsin is here.
Hello, I'm so happy to be here.
And I got a couple questions for you.
Absolutely.
Did you pick out your favorite sled?
Not yet, but I really like the Arctic Cats.
Okay.
I'm leaning towards them. I like that brand, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of leaning that way a little bit. I just love all the detail, all the attention to detail that goes into them. So
Awesome.
So then, by the end of the day.
When you ran for Miss Wisconsin, you're kind of the ambassador for the state, right?
Yes.
All right. Did they tell you that you'd be hanging out with old guys who smell like oil?
They did not, but I am pretty happy to be here doing those things. I think it's really neat that I get to come to different communities throughout the state of Wisconsin, and I've never been in Stetsonville before, and I've actually never even ridden a snowmobile.
Really?
Yes, my whole family, like I have family members here today that ride snowmobiles, and I have so many friends that do, and I've never done it myself. So we've been talking a little bit, Leon and I, about potentially me riding one today for the first time.
Oh,
so
that'll be exciting.
Really cool.
That'll be really exciting.
That's fantastic. There's always one.
All right. So then, when you heard that you were coming up here, what was your first thought?
Oh, snowmobiles, exciting. Just, because I've never ridden one before. And,
Right.
And vintage snowmobiles, that really stood out to me. I love history. I
Yep.
love learning about tradition, and I just like vintage things and retro things. My mom and I, we go to a lot of craft shows. We go to a lot of garage sales, bag sales. We love looking and seeing different vintage things from different areas, and so that really stood out to me too, like
Awesome.
seeing vintage snowmobiles. And my mom couldn't be here today, but I know she was really disappointed because she wanted to see the vintage part of everything too. So
All right, cool. Well, we're glad you're here.
yeah, thanks
Hope
so
you have a
much
good
for
time.
having me.
Thanks.
Yeah, very excited to be here.
Go ahead.
Okay, so my favorite, I did look at all of the different snowmobiles. They're all really great, but if I had to pick one favorite, it would be the 1973 Polaris, the 800X CC. That was just incredible. Beautiful.
All
Beautiful
right.
snowmobile.
Now, I do have to ask you, but
Yes.
you don't like that John Deere right there?
No, I like it.
No, you don't
nice.
love it?
I said I like it. I very like it. I love this one right here on the end, this TNT. I got to sign that.
Yes.
That's one of the coolest things I've ever done, signing that snowmobile. That was really cool.
That's one of the coolest things
But
that
I will
snowmobile's
say-
ever done too.
I will say the John Deere is nice though. Very
All right.
nice.
Excellent taste.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you for having me.
All right, here we go, sled by sled. I'm gonna take a little more time than I did in the last video. These are Skidoos. I think these are 797s, like they're race sleds. I don't remember. I'm not a like a race guru.
Yeah, that is a really wonderful picture. Are you gonna give it to people right now? Or are you gonna hang on to it?
Then we have Miss Wisconsin here again. All kinds of fun stuff here. That's quite an impressive row of Skidoos.
I'm going to go put names in the hat drawn out because I don't know any other way.
Now these are the race sleds. So we've got Arctic Cats.
This one looks cool.
Yep. This is low slung thing.
What's this?
These are all race sleds, guys. Nice snow jet. You gotta have the bush light on the carbs. A nice snow jet. That CX Starfire. Yes, I see that. The Northway. You don't see many of those.
Yeah, it's only when you got a short wheelbase like that, it's tricky. Like even when
Alouette.
I'm doing like 60,
And of course you got some kitty cats.
you got a short wheelbase, it's even if
Dad, how light do you think those
Some little kids sleds.
Dad, how light do you
Motor ski.
think those are? Dad,
Got a cutter. And we got a speedway. Look at that Scorpion Sidewinder. That's probably a pretty nice Scorpion Sidewinder. Wow. This is, you know, if you can build it, you can bring it. That's the rule. Here we got the clunker class.
is this even not loud on trails? It'd be crazy if it is.
All right, look at that clunker. It's got a squirrel or a coon tail, squirrel tail. All kinds of fun stuff on that one. Moto ski. Here we have a bunch of. This would be the newer stuff, right?
I know.
So these are all Thundercats and fun things like that. This is a Kawasaki Interceptor. I think they had a 500 in there. 550. That was just before Kawasaki left snowmobile world.
Well, this was a tough decision. I consulted an attorney, and I tore names up on little pieces of paper, and I had my lovely wife draw one out of a hat.
So this
And the winner of the $5 is Mark Waxman.
is the Blizzard
So he can go and buy a
9700.
couple cinnamon rolls now.
Now when this came out,
Thank you.
Snowboard magazine said you twitch your thumb and you're a speck on the horizon. Look at this Pantera.
It's got like missile tracking systems. Look. Missile tracking systems or something.
One of the nicest Panteras you'll see. And it screams 80s. It makes you want to
I wonder why it says this
watch
is a one
Smokey and the Bandit and eat at Hardee's, I think.
I wonder why this is a one-seater.
All right, now we got these over here. TNT. These are restored. Starcraft Eliminator. Everybody makes snowmobiles. Our cat. That's nicely restored. Cool paint job. Carl Thompson of Stetsonville, you're an awesome paint job. Scorpion is very nicely done, and I'm going to put that on there in case anybody wants it. Boot. Wow. Don't see those. This is a hard cat. This thing right all the way from Stetsonville, 442. Really nicely done. Got a Polaris. Here. Do. It's a 340 TNT. And an Arctic Cat. Another Panther. Arctic Cat had the coolest seats. There's no doubt about it. The coolest seats. And then this one is a 60s Alpine. Restored really well. And then we got some in the middle here that we got to get to. Look at this big old Mercury. Started on one pole too. This is a 120 Deluxe Arctic Cat. Now, one thing to look at on these is right here. The track is very, very different than what we have today. And then here's the Alpine with 2 tracks. These are unrestored. And here's Herders. You can get duck calls and snowmobiles out of the same magazine. Everybody was making snowmobiles. Really nice Herders. There's a Massey Ferguson ski whiz. The Masseys that are orange were made by Massey Ferguson. The big squarish ones. And then later on they were made by Scorpion. Mercury. Another Mercury. There's Johnson. They're hard to miss. Here's Fox Track. Now a lot of Fox Tracks are rear engines when they went to the front engine. In fact, there's a rear engine Fox Track right over here. About to go for a ride. So that's pretty hard to miss. There you go. I don't know. We might take a ride if you're giving rides. All right, go ahead.
No suspension on that.
No, there's no suspension in that.
I mean, I guess you don't really need it. Here, I'll drive it. I'll drive it.
This is an Arctic Cat 292 Panther. This is the exact snowmobile I flipped down a road. Not the exact snowmobile. The one I flipped down the road didn't have a windshield left. Here's a Skidoo. And here's a little trick. These are about the same year. This is a 72. This is probably a 72. But notice the Arctic Cat had the shocks on the skis. Skidoo hadn't done that yet. Skidoo didn't focus on suspension quite as much as Arctic Cat did. And Arctic Cat focused on ride and did really well. Ooh, a Golden Ghost. A Johnson Golden Ghost, an Evinrude. Those are some of the nicest ones. RC35Q, quiet.
Hey, come with me. Hey guys, how's it going?
Purple Scorpion. That's nice. Alright, what did we miss over here? We got a TNT. That looks like an Olympic. 71, 3, what is it? 90. Like that. Aaron's. Massey Ferguson made, Aaron's made them. There's Mercury and of course John Deere. And then Kawasaki roared into the market in the mid 70s. Motor Ski, another Mercury. This is like getting into the 70s. You can tell again by the skis where they came in, right? What we got here? A Snow Twister. Snow Twister. And we have a Trailfire 340. This looks like it's a 79 or an 80. It's an 80 based on the coloring. This is a nice nice Pantera. restored. And here's a Massey, 340 Massey. This is one that was made by Scorpion. This is a Whirlwind. It's really nice, unrestored. Look at this, boys and girls. This is a John Deere Sprint Fire. There were 2,834 of those made. Adam Hemmer of Stetsonville has that. We're taking a longer video because that's what we're trying to restore as we speak here. But I don't want to miss out on the Enticer either. That's like a piece of history. And this, Skidoo 5500. Those Blizzards, you saw those everywhere, man, those 5500s. You can see here they added the shocks on the suspension, started doing a little more. Then we got a Kawasaki Interceptor, another 550. Wow. It's pretty rare, and to find two of them in the same place. The Futura, that's made by Motoski. That was actually kind of a Skidoo. Basically the same as the other one. Look at this citation. This is a really nice citation. I'm gonna pause for a second. There aren't a lot of citations that are this nice. Unrestored. This is 3,500. Sleds like this don't get enough credit. They were the bread and butter of snowmobiles, man. Alright, that's the rundown of this section. We'll go to the next section. Alright, here we are in the one-pole competition. Electric start. That's cheating.
Oh.
Alright, here we have another section. A little Yamaha 340. Not sure what that is. I'm not a Yamaha guy. There's a snow jet. SS. Lots of these were around in the day. These SS's. Yamaha entered the market there. An old Scorpion, living his dream. This is a Trailfire LX. I think that's 79 from John Deere. And then we got, I don't even know what this is. Ski Roll. Ski Roll, okay. And an auto ski. Got a lot of those around. Here's an early Evinrude. Black Dot. No show's complete without a couple black dots. And then we got a 440 Cyclone. This is the second phase of John Deere's snowmobile entry. It's fan cooled. This is a nice Johnson. They were easy to see. Bright blue and orange. And then this is the Miss Wisconsin signed this. This is the trail sled. They take this on their trail rides and collect any lost victims. Over here we have a couple of Vikings, which you hardly ever see. In really good shape this one is. This one's got some cooling holes drilled into it. Sure sign of what's inside. There's some issues with the cooling, but that's all right. Got a Yamaha 300 Enticer. Those are real popular back in the day. And what else did we miss? We missed these. The SS. Polaris SS. Yes, SS was a good combination of letters. Everybody had to use it. There's a Mercury. There's a 340 Cyclone. The Cyclones came in 440 and 340. Different years were different colors. There's a Jag Survivor. It's hers. And then here's a Safari Deluxe. It's a 1994.
And it happens to be ours.
And it's ours. You can tell it's a 94 because of this thing right here on the front. The other safaris don't have that little scoop. And that is the sled roundup here at Tired Iron Vintage Ride. All right, here we are with the vintage clothing contest. That Pantera stuff, John Deere. Miss Tired Iron for 2023. Did they inform you of all the duties that you'll have to do for next year?
They did not. This was a complete surprise to me. So, but
Okay.
it was an honor being one of the judges this year.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, here we have the vintage clothing.
All right.
John Deere, Motoski,
Now we're getting the
Skidoo,
crowd.
the Boss
We
Cat,
gotta wait for
Polaris,
Donna.
Arctic Cat,
There comes Donna.
Pantera, John Deere, all represented.
Anybody else? All right, we'll get this underway. We'll start on this end. Our first contestant, I would say that the John Deere. Very good. Give us a twirl. There you go. Mr. Monoski here, matching helmet. Give us a spin, man. Looking good. He's a chick magnet. Nice, what, that probably late 70s Skidoo. I love it. You don't want to turn around, you look like. You know, she don't want no part of this. Miss Tired Iron. Come on. We gotta see what the back looks like. Yay! Hey! And the Polaris gal here, I love it. That's a late 70s, mid 70s. Fantastic. Look at that. Red, white, blue sweater too. That's a winner. I like this. Like I said, he could drive for UPS, he could ride a Pantera, whatever you want to do.
What makes you think I don't drive?
He does drive for UPS. I don't know. Look at that. Looks like brand new. That's awesome. Well, and then we have our beloved Jesse Cipher, former male dancer, showing his moves. He's got it going on. Yeah. All right. Well, we have some judges. No, don't pull it out. No. This is a family show. No pulling anything out. Matter of fact, put it away. First place.
Woohoo!
Number 3, there we go. That's all right. There we go, our top 3. Thank you everybody for taking part. This is just meant to be fun, but
All right, I want to get a video of this Arctic Cat because it's important to me anyway. See, these old Arctic Cats had a polar bear on them. You may be wondering why Arctic Cat has a polar bear on it. Well, Arctic Cat was started by a guy by the name of Hatteen. He had a hoist and derrick company. Derrick is like a crane. Anyway, business was slow, so a farmer came to him and he had seen the Eliason motor toboggan or the Bombardier, B8 or something like that, and said, "Can you make me one of those?" So they made him one of those, and it helped them make payroll. And then a couple of other farmers said, "Hey, those are really cool. They help out on the farm," and so he made a couple of them. And suddenly, Hatteen Hoist and Derrick was making the first snowmobiles. And so they decided to make a bunch in advance, so he got some partners, and those partners gave him money, and he decided to draw up business, so he took one of those sleds and went to Alaska. And his partners didn't know where he was, couldn't find him, so they renamed the company Polaris and started making the first Polaris snowmobiles. Well, when Hatteen got back, he was kind of out of luck, so he went to Alaska to be a bush pilot. Eventually came back, and a couple of people in Thief River Falls said, "Why don't you make those snow machines for us?" And so they opened Polar Manufacturing, and he made this thing with the engine in the front and the track back here. And that track is metal, just like a Caterpillar. And so this was an Arctic Cat. That's why it got its name, Arctic Cat, from Polar Manufacturing. So that's why it's a Polar Arctic Cat. There, now you know more about Arctic Cat than you ever wanted to. And the rest, as they say, is history. So this is Jacob. He's the owner of this fine machine. How long have you had it?
2 years.
2 years? Where'd you get it?
From a guy in Brainerd.
And what'd you have to do to it to get it
I ran through the carb, cleaned the tank out, just your normal points condenser.
Yep. Look at that. And this is the throttle, right?
That's the shifter.
Shifter, okay.
High and low.
All right. Very cool. The exhaust comes out the back. Very nice sled. All right. This is Boozer's Bar and Grill, and that's where short ride after the show ends up. We had a bunch of sleds make it here. Polaris, that John Deere, Indies. They allowed some new sleds in too, I guess. Yeah, that's all right. Jag, old Skidoo made it. The Moto Ski made it. Phasers. Oh, the Johnson and the Evinrude came. That's Ski Whiz, a Mercury. The Whirlwind, the Moto Ski. Just taking a video, guys. There's that custom Arctic Cat. The Phaser, the Massey. Safari.
You go get them.
Is that yours with the purple mirrors? That's nice.
We had the John Deere Cyclone make it down. The Vikings made it. The SS made it. The Sprint Fire made it. Look at that. And this contraption made it too.
How's this thing on trail legal? Someone sat on the back here. Yeah, no, but
Plenty of seating for everybody, I guess. We had a LT Gray, Skidoo, the Blizzard made it. That's everybody that made it. That's a pretty good showing.
Explain to me how that thing's trail legal.
That's trail legal.
How? Dad, how?
That's a pretty good showing for the group that's here. Good group made it. The JD 300 made it. Now a lot of activities inside, and the place is filling up. Nice to have a big place this warm.
Hey, there he is. He's one of the first guys here this morning. Nice job. Thanks for coming. 65 Arctic Cat, 120. First place, Tom Rupert of Owen with a 67 Alpine. Tom here. Oh, there he's coming. 67 and older restored. First place. I think he also wins the furthest distance traveled too. Gib Calley, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And it's his wife's birthday too, so. Thanks for coming, Gib. 60. First place, Opie Shutter from Nakusa, 70 Merc 200. Another really nice sled. He's been trying to buy me a beer all day, but 68 to 70 restored. We don't have a second place in that. First place, Todd Pitsky with a 68 Arctic Cat. And all of Todd's stuff is beautiful. to 75 original. Second place, Tim Graff of Dorchester, 71 Evergreen, 72 Arctic Cat. This is really cool too, because if I've got this right, this sled was started restored by Jack. Jack passed away, and Adam finished it.
Well, thank you.
Very cool. Thanks for bringing it. 71 to 75.
Congratulations.
Except it's different. But a little bit ago. There he is. Boy, you're all set up for Valentine's Day now.
You want to grab the next prizes?
That's much honored. Yeah. Thank you. One night stay at the Borders Inn and a nice insulated coffee mug. 56. Yeah, we just drew that, didn't we? Matthias again. What is odd? You sure you don't have something up your sleeve? No? Okay.